burn it down. I killed it, it's murder. I killed it, it's murder. I killed it, it's murder. I killed it, it's murder.
I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker.
Show them. Change the station with a new shit. Show them. Change the station with a new shit. Change the station. Change the station. Change the station with a new shit. With a new shit. Change the station. Change the station. Change the station with a new shit. With a new shit.
It's murder. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker.
I killed it. I killed it. I killed it.
I killed it, it's murder.
Show them. Change the station with a new shit. Show them. Change the station with a new shit. Change the station. Change the station. Change the station with a new shit. With a new shit. Change the station. Change the station. Change the station with a new shit. With a new shit.
20 seconds and counting. T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9.
She packed my bags last night, pre-flight. 0 hour, 9 a.m. And I'm gonna be high as a night by then.
Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alex,
I miss the
why don't you heat up
earth so
some of the
much.
taco meat I
I
made?
miss my wife.
Oh, okay. Tell Aiden,
It's
please.
lonely out in space on such a timeless flight.
Hey there, RJ. Hey, could you let go of that booster rocket so we could get on up into space, please?
And I think it's gonna be a long, long time till touchdown brings me round again to find I'm not the man they think I am at home. Oh no, 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 I'm a rocket man. Rocket man, burning out its fuse out here alone. A rocket man. Rocket Man.
Hey there, RJ. Hey, when you get done singing, can you give that oxygen tank a stir?
I needed something to cheer me up a little bit today. Rough day. Wasn't gonna stream, but I figured, if I stay laser focused on my notes, I can just use that as an excuse. Not looking for pity or anything like that. We had to put a dog down today, not one of mine, one of the dogs for the in-laws upstairs. And we did it like everyone thought they were going to be okay. And my nephew, who, was always poking and prodding at me and just so annoying all the time, was just so brokenhearted. It was so sad to see, because I'm so used to seeing him just, high spirits and everything, and just seeing tears run down his cheek really got to me. And it sucked. It really, anytime you have a dog, a dog is like family. And they've had this dog ever since we first moved in here. So I know that since it was a puppy. Gentle giant Rottweiler. And it sucks, but it's part of dog ownership, unfortunately. The reason he had to be put to sleep is he just couldn't walk anymore. It's like 200 pounds of pure muscle, but the muscle was still just too heavy for him, maybe for his joints or something. And it sucks, I don't want to dwell on it. I just want to say hi to some people real quick. So yesterday was just ridiculous. It was awesome. I loved saying hi to all you guys, but I took way too long. But yeah, what's going on, Mike? Good to see you, Michael Gallitz. Mike Oxmo, 2 mics in a row. BB, what's up? Aaron Stuckey, how are you? And Daffy Duck, good to see you as well. Mile High Mark, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. Gerald Mack, good to see you, brother, as well. Awesome to see you. Joe Dierte retracted his message. Don't know what he said, but hello. Matt Fisher, how are you, buddy? Good to see you. Daffy Duck, I'm definitely going to try to smash it. Mile High Mark says, buy some Kingmakers. Well, on this particular account, I have 8 packs here, 4 packs of that one, 6 of the pumpkins. So for this particular one, thank you very much for the $10, by the way. I really appreciate it. But, yeah, for that account alone, I think I got to use Kingmakers on just about every hole. It's bought and paid for. I got a question for you, Mile High.
Yeah.
What?
What do you want from Asian Delight?
Trying to think of something that would... General Tso's chicken combination with pork fried rice. Thank you. Thank you very much, Mile High. I appreciate you, bro. And my God, that tip on, what is it, hole 7 or whatever? Oh, magnificent. And the guy sends me $10. I am definitely in debt to this gentleman. Michael Rick, what's going on? You got another mic. Man, mics are taking over. Solve, how are you, buddy? Hello and good night. Good night, buddy. Take 7? No, I guess you don't get to see too many of my streams where I get goofy. Definitely not high. Ben Kennedy, what's going on? Ben, I'm so sorry. I got those freaking sheets that you guys want. I keep saying I'm going to put them in the thing. Today was a rough day, but still no excuse. Ben Kennedy puts a lot of time into these sheets, and they're absolutely awesome. Awesome to see you here, buddy. What's up, Jay Young? Good to see you, man. Roberto, what is up, man? Good to see you, Robert E. Matt B, what is going on? Awesome to see you. Is it Richard? Richard 612, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you as well. And unfortunately, it just jumped. So there we go. We got Geek Army in the house. Good to see you, buddy. Tyler Hall, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. I guess this is about the time I told you about the dog. Yeah, it sucks. But like I said, it's really my nephew that I'm really hurt for. Rich, it's awesome to have you in the clan. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you guys all. Thank you. Tyler Hall, how you doing, buddy? Polo Garcia, what's going on? Good to see you as well. Solve says, hello, RJ, and good luck and good night from me and Ida Marie. Well, good night, guys. I never knew Solve. Is that your second account, Freddie, or is that Mrs. Freddie? Well, good night. Man, you guys, it's 7:30 here. I don't know what time it is over there, but it's probably pretty late. King KO'd, what's going on? Yeah, rough, pun intended. I get you on that, man. Randy Hance, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Killing for XP, what is up? Polo, I use Galaxy Samsung tablet. S4 version is the one that I'm using. Wyatt sends his good cheers. What's going on, Aaron Stuckey? Good to see you. We're going to go with some football real quick. Thank you very, very much, Mile High Mark. Appreciate you, buddy. Oh, yeah, Polo, don't even get me started on the football game. And then that moron Stephen A. Don't get me started on him either. Dedrick Champion, what's up, man? Good to see you, bro. Ish, what's going on? Yeah, Joseph Des Moines, probably. It's all good with me. It's just, keep your good thoughts and prayers for my nephew. That's really why I'm sad, is just seeing him like that. It's obviously sad that the dog passed, but, just seeing him like that was the first time in his life I think I've ever seen him like that. No, I mean, it is good Chinese Daffy Duck. Appreciate you being here, but it's just corner store type, like a little plaza type thing or whatever. Rado, I'm so sorry to hear that, buddy. I know all about it. Yeah, not being able to walk sucks. Yeah, Polo, that was embarrassing, man. It really was. What's going on? Golf Clash Marcus, Eddie Van Harrison, DMT Selfies, Jason Antigua. What's going on, my favorite primate? It's Darren. What's up, man? Good to see you, bro. Had to get an x-ray today for a potential broken knuckle today. Waiting on results on the pics from my doctor, so not a good day for you either. Sorry to hear that. It's Darren. Thoughts? Okay, so a couple people are asking me about my thoughts. I'll give you my thoughts. I got like 5 or 6 more people to say hi to, and I'll go right into the thoughts and then right into the game real quick. Kevin Bordeaux, I have no idea what he was thinking. Yikes. Yeah, that was bad. Very crazy finish. Christopher Koff, good to see you, buddy. Yeah, I don't like ESPN either. Archer Matthews, what's going on, buddy? And BB, happy Friday. Okay, so here is the thing. I saw it. I'm a Cleveland Browns fan and a Pittsburgh Steeler hater. But when I say I'm a Pittsburgh Steeler hater, I mean it in fun. I don't like the Ravens. I despise. And even if this happened to the Ravens, it was wrong. If you watch the play, though, Mason Rudolph and Myles Garrett were on the ground. This is exactly how I saw it. I have no idea whatsoever what was being said. So I have no idea what their attitudes toward each other through the game or anything, but I seen 2 Cleveland Browns coming in at Mason Rudolph. He got rid of the ball. The one Cleveland Brown that was coming to tackle him stopped. Myles Garrett still wrapped him up and tackled him pretty gosh darn hard with 8 seconds left on the clock or whatever it was, because I think it was an incomplete pass or something like that. So they're on the ground. Mason Rudolph is obviously angry. Some people are sticking up for him. saying Mason Rudolph had his hand stuck in his helmet somehow, which I've never seen or heard, but I don't know. It's possible. But while they're on the ground, you know, it's clear he's going at Myles Garrett helmet aggressively. And if you're face to face, I mean, helmet to helmet is closer than me and you camera-wise. So you'd think Mason Rudolph would be like, my hand's stuck in your helmet. And then, you know, or even if you're screaming, my hand's stuck in your helmet, you know, if your fingers are bent backwards, whatever. I do not believe, even though it's possible, I do not believe that Mason Rudolph's hand was stuck in Myles Garrett's helmet. I believe he was trying to rip it off of him because Myles Garrett did not have to hit him so hard with 8 seconds left. So you see I'm tossing it back and forth. So I do believe Mason Rudolph should be punished in one way or another for trying to take off Myles Garrett's helmet. But in no way, shape, or form was it justified reaction to what he was trying to do. Sure, he was trying to take off his helmet, and, you know, that would make anyone angry. And from what I could see as a Browns apologist, Myles Garrett was like, oh, you're going to try to rip my helmet off? I'm going to rip your helmet off. That would have been it. You know, maybe he would have thrown his helmet to the side of the field or something. But then Mason Rudolph stood up and charged after Myles Garrett. And it was just Myles Garrett. It was Myles Garrett and like 3 Steelers or something. And that's when he made the fateful, possibly career-ending mistake of taking the helmet and bashing Mason Rudolph over the head with it. I wonder how flexible helmets are nowadays, because the way he swung it, it looked like Myles Garrett was ready to commit murder. It looked like the police could have came on the field and took him away in handcuffs if Mason Rudolph would have fell to the ground unconscious or, opened up a big cut with stitches or whatever. I have no idea why the helmet didn't do that. So, that is my take on it. And then it was funny just seeing Pouncey come over. It's not funny, but he comes over and he's like, you know, basically like tapping him on his helmet, making it look like he's punching, but you can see I guess you're not going to punch a helmet with open hands, but what do you think you're doing? You know, I don't know. He just wanted to look cool for his team or something like that. That was awful. He definitely looked like he'd never fought a day in his life. I'm sure he'd murder me if he ran into me on the street. He would destroy me, no problem. He's a freaking freak of nature being an athlete. All NFL players are freaks of nature, including Mason Rudolph. But Rudolph was just, you don't stand a chance against, a defensive lineman. And like I said, he was aggressive and charging towards Myles Garrett like he wanted to fight. If he didn't charge towards Myles Garrett, I'm not giving him an excuse, but Myles Garrett wouldn't have hit him with the helmet because he would have been over here and Myles Garrett would have been back here where the 2 or 3 Steelers were holding him. And that is not an excuse either. I'm saying it as I'm saying it. You know, it was ugly. I want the Browns to go to the playoffs. I love my Browns. Myles Garrett deserves to be gone for the season, or he deserves to be gone from football, period. If Josh Gordon gets suspended indefinitely for smoking marijuana, how much more should you get in trouble for trying to hit someone with their own helmet? Ripping their helmet off is, yeah. Okay, so anyway, I'm kind of going on a tangent, but you see where I'm kind of coming at this. If you look at it at the very beginning and you see the whole clip, not this shortened stuff where the media just tries to make Myles Garrett look like a monster, because in real life, Myles Garrett loves poetry. He's a very peaceful type, like when he talks and everything, he does a whole bunch of things with charities. He's not the next Ndamukong Suh. That's Burfet, or I can't say his name. So that's where I stand on that. Myles Garrett, absolutely. He needs to be suspended, and he needs to be hit in the pocketbook, and they need to make it so a player will think twice, no matter how angry they are, before hitting someone over the head. Pouncey being suspended for 3 days, I don't agree with it. His quarterback just got hit in the head with his own helmet, and he was defending his, I think he deserved a day. I think he deserved a 1-day suspension. And then at the very end, we're at the end here, and then we're going to get right into golf, guys, I promise. Larry Ogunbowjauza, I don't even know how to say his name. Right as Rudolph was getting up, he came up and ran into him kind of like a bully and, hit his chest and made him fly down again. If you read, let's just say you can read Mason Rudolph's lips, what he says to him. He deserved a game suspension as well. What are you going to do with 8 seconds left? Are you going to give him a 15-yard penalty or many 15-yard penalties? The Browns could care less. Not just the Browns, but any football team. They could care less. They're up by 2 scores. So a penalty doesn't do anything. So you need to make an example of him. And Mason Rudolph, you do not need to make an example out of Mason Rudolph. I've seen other players try to rip other players' helmets off. I think he deserved some kind of punishment, even if it was just a fine. If it's not 1 game, just a fine for trying to take his helmet off. But he don't deserve anything for initiating, because he definitely didn't deserve what came back his way, especially in terms of getting hit with the helmet. But if he was smart, he wouldn't have charged after him. But I guess when you got your 7-foot offensive lineman around you, you feel a little tougher. I probably would feel a little tougher too. So that's where I'm at with that. I probably missed a couple. Yeah, Randy Hant says you can't use any equipment in sports as a weapon. And I agree. That's why I said I honestly feel he should have been arrested right there on the field. That helmet was used as a deadly weapon. If it wasn't an NFL players, if it was me at a bar and the bar had like a helmet on display on, like a Cleveland Browns helmet, oh, go Browns, and I pick up that helmet and I hit someone over the head with it, I'm going to jail. I'm probably not going to prison, and I'm not saying Myles Garrett should go to prison, but if a major athlete does something like that, are we truly equal with the elitists, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I don't know, but let's go into golf. That's why you guys are here. I see a lot of your comments. That's where I stand on it. I watched the game in its entirety, and my jaw was on the floor when that happened. I couldn't believe it. Shame on you, Myles Garrett. But like I said, he's a class act. Aside from that, all right, I could go on forever and ever, but that's not why you're here. So let's sally forth. Thanks for listening to my rant. Thanks for listening to my whining. Like I said, don't feel bad for me. I know the dog. I love the dog, but whoa, why do I only got 1 bag? What? Whoa, was that? Did I see that right? No, I got 4 bags. Did you see that? There was a 1 above the bag. Maybe that's a normal thing. Yeah, see, it just shows 1 bag. Oh, okay. Yep, let's go. What a great example for the kids. Right, Rich, I'm with you 100%. Sky Sins, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm talking everyone's ear off. Colt, that's exactly what I was saying, buddy. Very lucky he wasn't charged. I don't know about a felony assault or anything. I don't know what the laws are. I would think a felony assault might be... no, you know what? You're 100% right. If he would have made him need stitches or something like that, imagine if he just needed 3 stitches. The way blood comes out of someone's head after seeing that, oh my God, he would have been taken away in handcuffs. He's so lucky he didn't cut open the skin. So we're not playing golf today? Good luck anyway. I love that, man. 8.7. I'm sorry. Ah, you put that tree in a perfect spot. Uh-oh. Ooh, great left. I think we should be okay. I got to turn my volume up a little. I can't hear the clock. Okay, we went right past the sand. Seems like a pretty safe shot. Daffy Duck, that's another thing that you're 100% right about. His apology was more about thanking his teammates for having his back. He didn't apologize. The only thing he said was it was foolish, and he's glad that his teammates had his back. And that does not show remorse to me. And I'm certain that I am certain that that will affect him one way or another, whether it's going to be for the next punishment, if God forbid he does something else. Because you don't just do that, you know? You do that when you lose control. He lost control. He lost his head 100%. He's got too much to lose to murder someone on frickin' Thursday Night Football. And yet, if you watch that, it looks like, what else could he possibly be trying to do? You know? I mean, I'm not saying that he's got murder in his, you know, oh yeah, I'm going to murder this. No, I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is he could have potentially killed him. He should have known that the potential for death was there when you're using a weapon like that. 7.7. And it didn't even enter his mind. It was disgusting. It was something that something you can't imagine seeing your home team do. And like I said, it would be like, for the Cleveland Browns, it would be like if frickin' Peyton Manning did that to someone. Myles Garrett is a soft-spoken, pillar of the community type, just amazing person. Like, I'm sure you guys heard, oh, this is out of character, and you're like, yeah, right, whatever. But, like, seriously, if anyone were to say that there's a Cleveland Brown that is capable of doing this, nobody in Cleveland would say Myles Garrett. He reminds me of, like, if he wasn't a football player, he'd be like a freaking teacher or something. I don't know what happened. And then, yeah, the apology to boot. You got to put your ego aside, you know. You got to put your ego aside. I understand you're not sorry to Mason Rudolph, and that's okay. You know, you guys are really angry at, with each other. But, when it comes to battling for your job and, the public mind and everything like that, you better say you're sorry. Even if you don't mean it, you better say you're sorry. Oh, thanks, Army. Yeah, I had no idea about lag being bad or anything. Didn't he get in trouble game 1 for punching someone? You know what, Colt? There's a tweet out there by some idiot that I saw, and they said he did like 3 things this season, including the Mason Rudolph hit. And that's just garbage. The first thing they showed, which at this point right now it sounds horrible, but it was taken totally out of context. You need to show the whole play. And, they were just going back and forth, and you never punch with an open hand. He basically either kind of like slapped him on the head like that, kind of like you do yourself like that. In no way could it have been construed as a punch. And then there was something else that happened, which was just showing him, Trevor Seaman or Trevor Seisman or something, the Jets quarterback. It was a hard tackle. There was nothing wrong with it. I don't know. Like I said, nothing ever stood out. Like the game one thing where you say it's a punch or whatnot. I mean, you're entitled to say it's a punch, but I don't see a punch. I don't see a punch, not one bit. And didn't think twice about it. Just, okay, Myles Garrett and what was his name? Delaney Walker or something like that. You know, they got into a kind of a shoving match or whatever. He didn't get suspended. I don't know if a flag was thrown, and if a flag was thrown, he didn't get kicked out of the game. Punches get you kicked out of the game. Did Pouncey deserve to get kicked out of the game? Yes, because you can't say it's okay to retaliate, because otherwise, when something like that happened, but in terms of a suspension, maybe one game tops, and it was probably the kick to the helmet that did it more than his fake punches, light little taps on his helmet. And the one Pittsburgh lineman, if you want to talk about a hero, the hero is not Pouncey, who was pretending to punch Myles Garrett. It was the big guy that just laid on top of Garrett and would not let him up. That is the frickin' hero, because that's what diffused everything, except for that Larry Ogden job in hit, which was ridiculous, and he definitely deserves the 1-game suspension. But, aside from the health of Mason Rudolph, which at the end of the day, it's a game, that you got to look at as a game. Even if I hate the Ravens, I don't want Lamar Jackson. I don't want something awful to happen to him, So, do I want to see him twist his ankle and be out for the rest of the game against the Cleveland Browns? Absolutely. But do I want someone to attack him with a freaking weapon or anything? No. And, yeah. God, I could just talk forever about that. I know people in the chat are like, please don't. It's so funny, too. Let me just finish this real quick. Someone mentioned about being a role model for a kid. And you know what? I was sitting down right next to my son watching it. So me and a 13-year-old kid are sitting there watching. Disgusting, man. And that's the closest I've ever gotten. Daffy Duck, God, I hate to come down on my Browns like this, but another thing that made me sick was it in the second quarter, I think. We had one of our safeties get ejected from the game earlier for knocking one of the Pittsburgh receivers out senseless. And when they panned the camera to him before the refs decided to kick him out of the game, rightfully so, they showed him with this big poop-eating grin on his face. Made me sick to my stomach just seeing him smile like that, as the one, the Pittsburgh Steeler guy wasn't frickin' moving. He was not moving at all. That was awful. So I am happy to say, even though I kind of a little bit of an apologist for the Browns there, I yesterday was embarrassed for the first time ever as a Browns fan. Look, when I don't overthink it, I can get the ball up there. But did you see that, Daffy Duck? I don't know if you watched the whole game, but there was a really hard hit on one of the receivers, and he was, I don't think he was knocked out cold, but he was down for a long time. Tyler Hall, yeah, I agree. Sorry, King. Yeah, I guess it's a USA thing. But, you know, Kitchens, I'm mad at Kitchens for all the penalties, but no coach has control over what is a gentle giant type person, you know, doing that. I think that's just like when you see red, you know, and you just act upon something instead of doing, and you're paid millions of dollars not to do that. Well, you're paid millions of dollars to do something else, but you would think that would be enough. What? Okay, so there's been some changes I wasn't familiar about. No, you know what? The way I have been playing this, though, has been working so good. So why move away from something? Do I try? No, I'm not going to try it that way. I'm going to stick with the way that I have been playing. And that is with everything we have here. Let's go. Oh, he hit someone named Johnson, and he was bleeding from his ear? Yeah, Colt, you're right. And you know what? I mean, what's up, Groff Klarsch? Yeah, I don't like Myles Garrett's tone one bit when he said, no, I don't think that this incident takes away from the game. A win is a win. But it is a correct statement. It's kind of like saying something that's just like totally inappropriate and unacceptable, but it's like true to someone who's in pain. I don't know, but, you know, it's still an awesome win to beat the Steelers like that. I can look at the game and not think about that hit, and, you know, I'm happy with that. Well, I'm not happy with it, but I saw a very good, somewhat sloppy, but a very good overall game against the Steelers that we should have put away sooner. But you know what? If you're not a Cleveland Browns fan, the rest of the nation, they can't see that. All they see is the last 8 seconds. And what they really should think about is Johnson. What's going on, Fun and James? Good to see you. Yeah, if he was bleeding from his ears, that was, you know, in all honesty, it wasn't meant to be. But in all honesty, that hit was worse than Myles Garrett's hit. Now, Myles Garrett's hit was an intentional, I'm using a weapon to hit you. So the deviousness was there, and Myles Garrett was more wrong morally. But the guy who hit that Pittsburgh receiver, oh my God, the hit was just so freaking hard. Defenseless receiver, helmet to the jaw area, and then that stupid smile on his face at the end of the play. My God, you guys would think I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan after listening to me today, wouldn't you? A lot to talk about. It was awful. It was absolutely awful. Oh no, that's going to take us into the sand, I'm pretty certain. Oh, we actually lucked out by hitting the rough. I did not think that ball would have a problem with not going far enough. I thought it was going to bounce and roll into the sand up there. Thanks, King. Who's there? Oh, you got to go out the back door. There's a padlock on it. I ain't got the key. Oh, okay. Skysin says the rough bump shot is money on this one. Should tell you. I don't know if that's still an issue or not. Yeah, Colt, you didn't miss anything. ESPN and all the other major sports channels are showing it in 10 different angles and 20 different ways. I don't think this is smart. It's not a very thick rough bump, but we're going to go a little less than maximum here. So 3.5. Kent, thanks for subscribing. Appreciate you, bro. Perfect. Whoa, what happened to that ball? What kind of bounce was that? The roll was faster than the freaking hitting it. Yikes. What's up, Scott Moore? Don't ever apologize for being late. I'm so happy you're here. DJ Shorts, what's up? The Johnson hit was Randall. I don't know the name of either guy, unfortunately. Ryan Watson, what's going on, bro? Oh, so Rudolph did have the opportunity to press charges? That's interesting. And he chose not to. I wonder if there was pressure on him not to. Because there was no love loss. If you saw him after the game, he said it was a cowardly Bush League type move, and I completely agree. And if you rip off my helmet and try to hit me with it, especially if you're like a foot taller than me and outweigh me by 100 pounds, I'm pressing charges. Yikes. This is not going to be an easy shot. Jeez, it feels like this is like a 75% overpower needed or something. Yo, 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 Bobby. Bobby's in the house. What's going on? Good to see you. With his father, Robert. Bobby Castadina. Good to see you, bro. A Relic Gaming. What's going on, brother? Good to see you as well. So my question is, what is Bobby's favorite sports team? And what is Bobby's favorite mobile game? It's got to be mobile, whether it's a tablet or a phone. 2 questions for you, Bobby. It's Sleazy. What's going on, buddy? Oh, Ryan Watson, if you missed the game yesterday, really the last 8 seconds is what the media is focused on, but the Browns played dirtier than the 80s or 90s Pistons ever could. It was disgusting. It was a stain on the city. And, okay, Dallas Cowboys fan. And his favorite mobile game is PUBG. Well, you know, because he's a Cowboy fan, it absolutely looks like Cowboys. I know some of the people in the chat here aren't going to be too happy about it. But, Bobby, here you go, buddy. I know It's not technically the Cowboys, and it's not technically the 49ers. But I think I know what they were going for when they made that movie. It's sleazy. I said that earlier in the stream. I agree with you. Well, kind of agree with you. Like, I don't think he should be charged for attempted murder, but I definitely think it was an assault. Whether it was felonious assault or not, I don't know. But, you know, just because I don't know the law and everything, I don't know, man. I've seen some street fights where, you know, because in a street fight, there's no rules. And a lot of people will use whatever's available to them. Okay. Yeah, I should have looked over these notes a little better. Okay. Yeah, you know, this actually looks like it would fit good. Let's do it. Yeah, Ryan, you know, you go to a bar or wherever, and yeah, people do stupid stuff. What's going on, Kolu? Good to see you, buddy. Bear, what's up, man? I'm with you, bro. I love a good underdog, and anyone who plays the Patriots are an underdog. I don't care if it's Cowboys or not. Yeah, Robert. Any assault outside the scope of regular play is open to criminal and civil prosecution, RJ. That was a very rough game with injuries from beginning to end. And it's sad to say that 99% of it was Cleveland. You know, I hate to say that. I wish I could say it was 50-50, you know. I wish I could say, oh, it was a rivalry or whatever, but nobody wants to see that. Except for, like, people from ESPN, because it gives them something to talk about. And frickin' Stephen A., man, what an idiot. I just saw him pulling the race card out on that, and I'm just like, oh, my God. Stephen A., man. Not everything is about, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I can't stand Stephen A. I'll leave it there. I think he's a race baiter. When he's not being a race baiter, I kind of like him. But when he is being a race baiter, it's like... And he's definitely not the only one. Ryan Watson. No message. I don't see anything in the chat. What the heck? Thank you very much, Ryan Watson. I appreciate you, bro, but I don't see anything about you donating. Is it there? What's up, Monty Kaufman?
Dilly dilly. Dilly dilly.
Well, oh, I get to pick? I get to pick. What would I pick? What would I pick? Robert Castaneda.
Dilly dilly. Dilly dilly.
What is good? You know a good one that never was good at one time? Like Krabs, I feel Krabs is ruined. This one is a good one. That's a classic.
Show them. Change the station with a new shit. Show them.
All right. 9.1 at minimum. is 4.5. Oh, crap. It's not minimum. It's maximum. It's a guess now. There goes any chance at a frickin' eagle. If I make this, I don't know what to say. The fact that it was even that close is surprising. Why did I think I was at minimum distance? Yeah, thank you, chat. Unfortunately, even though I try very hard to make sure there's as little as a delay as possible, by the time I see it, it's too late. What's going on, Marco Chessa? Good to see you. I hope I said hi to everyone who said hi. I've just been a motor mouth today. -20 in rookie. Very nice. This is a hard tournament. What's going on, Jeff Richardson? Good to see you, bro. Let me take the temperature a little bit of the room. For those of you who did see what with Myles Garrett, if the same thing happened in college football, no matter the team, what do you think the penalty would have been handed down from the NCAA? That's an interesting one for me. What would the NCAA do if one of their college players took their helmet off, which I know it's unprecedented and it's all conjecture. You know, we don't really know, but what do you think would happen? I have no idea what to do here. This is going to be ugly. Glad it's a shootout. Kicked out of school? Yeah, I believe it. Thanks, Robert. Lifetime ban. Jersey to trucker. Thank you. Suspended for sure. At the low end. Even the, yeah, absolutely. Bear. That would suck. Isn't one of those parks called Battery Park? Is that why? Is that how it got its name? What's up, Brad Houghton? I'm fine with it, King. This is a shootout. I would never try that shot with a sniper. I don't know. But I also wouldn't try it with APOC. So, you know, I knew that it was kind of, you know, iffy. I'm okay with it. Going to hole 5. As long as we didn't screw up on the tournament hole, I'm a happy guy. Kolu says probably the same. Oh, yeah, hockey, that's scary. Season ban. Yep. Send him to Alabama. Oh, Ian. Yeah, if you're from the UK or you're not in the United States, what we're talking about here isn't just, you know, oh, they got a little rough in a football game. It's a pretty big deal. It was very vicious. Scotty Kilmer, go away. Are you serious? I click the button for it, not to... That's like the dumbest thing. Click for it to go away. I click for it to go away. It opens YouTube. Okay, do we got that club in? Yes, we do. Colt, I think I agree with you completely. Devon of Games, I did go multi-stream, which was Twitch and YouTube. And I couldn't get the crowd growing on Twitch the way I wanted to. And the product that I was putting out, when I say product, that just sounds bad for me, but basically what I was putting out, I wasn't happy with, because the few people that were coming on Twitch weren't getting any feedback from me. I wasn't able to communicate with them because of lack of computer screen real estate. So unless I could hook up another monitor, I'm probably not going to be doing much with Twitch. It's worth looking up. I mean, I hate to give the media their, hey, you know, this is bad news or whatever, but if you watch it, you're going to be like, how is this guy not in jail? I think you would. I don't know. Maybe you guys got violent, you know, athletes over there as well. I've seen some nasty headbutts in soccer and, football or, you know, whatever. You know, there's dirty, and then there's this, which was a whole nother level of dirty. Send him to Alabama. Dumbest remark so far. Well, you know what? Let's just steer clear of all that. There was another problem last time between countries. What happened? We lost my screen. Well, it's just a millimeter putt, so I'll get that back up in a moment. Sorry about that. But yeah, just like people can be patriotic of their the country they're from, they can also be patriotic of the state or city. So let's keep that to a minimum. I don't want any inner fighting anymore. There we go. Honestly, you could put it in any search engine and it'll show you. It doesn't have to be YouTube. It could be Google. It could be UK. Search me now. Just put in Myles Garrett. Probably don't even need to spell it the right way. Just going to try something here. Definitely don't recommend trying this, but when these are the clubs you have, 8.9 at minimum. We're going to go 4.5-ish. Yeah, a little too much topspin. But I wanted to make sure that I wouldn't land in that bunker with a headwind. Scared me a little. Yeah, Brown Steelers fight works. Oh, okay, yeah. I didn't realize. I didn't even see that question. Thank you, Tyler Hall. If you are a streamer who puts out rookie content, I mean, it don't have to only be rookie, but just say that you're a streamer so people in here can know that you do have rookie guides or you know, whatever it is that people are looking for. I'm not in any way going to be like, don't you dare promote yourself. I don't make rookie content. So, you know, from that standpoint, you're just helping out people that wouldn't watch any, you know, what I had anyway. I don't at the moment. And even so, you know, I appreciate you being here. You can go ahead and plug yourself. Why do I feel like -5 after 5 is not where I want to be? Let's see. Was there a hole I missed? Oh, it's time for the fun one. And once again, even with the fun, I'm not changing this shot. I'm sticking with mile high mark shot. And if you have a shot that's working for you, by all means, go for it. But this shot has been money 100% of the time for me, so I am sticking with it. The only thing is, I don't remember the spin that he said he used. I want to say 4 and 4. Maybe Al here will be doing the same thing. The tongue of the devil. Okay. Bear, that is true. The winds won't help you. But yeah, I do play like a rookie. And I don't mean that to bash rookies. I mean that to say I play inexpert, but some of the shots I make will leave you scratching your head. Mike, that sounds like the funnest way to play this hole, but because I've never won even a bronze medal in expert, unfortunately I got 2 4th-place finishes, but that doesn't get me nothing. I'm playing this one safe. The Mile High Mark way. Oh, wow, Michael Rick. I didn't know that. But yeah, there's a big difference between a fist and a helmet. All right. Was it full right spin and 4 top spin? I can't remember. But there's no adjustment. Just go about 1 ring away. We can actually move it just a little bit more. About 1 ring above the rough there. And there's no reason to overpower either. Take it nice and slow. Make sure you release it at the full slice with full curl. And not only does it come in beautifully like this, but look, as we go up, I'm right between the trees. And on top of that, the distance that I'm at is max Goliath. So it's really easy to, you know, it's not really easy to hit the hole in one, but it looks like the adjustment was changed a little bit here. Second shot is 10%. And someone said that the other day. Try doing 10%. Might have been Mark. All right, 10%. I go a little too far? Nope, right there. Look at that. That right there. So I'm just going to back up a little bit to ensure that we don't end up missing the rough. 8.2. Oh, I got to do it from this side. At max on this club. Plus 10%. It's almost 5, but not quite. Oops. Don't do it backwards, RJ. That's not right. Crap. I was afraid I was going to time out. Great's the new perfect? Nope. Mile High Mark. 3.5 top. 3 right for shot 1. Okay. Thank you very much for that. I did 4 and full, I think. I think it was full right spin and 4 top spin. And if I would have done half a ball less top spin, then right there on the fringe, I would have been at minimum. I'm sorry, maximum club in the rough instead of having to go out. So thanks, Mark. Appreciate you, bro. The trees are in play, Michael Rick. So, you know, if you hit a trunk or you hit a leaf or something like that, it will kill your drive and your ball will fall right down into the rough. But if you could find, like, that's why I love that shot so much, is you got the biggest gap between trees. So you really don't have to worry about it. Oh, Mile High Mark, got a question for you, buddy. What can I play for you? I feel like I didn't play something for you for the first 10 that you donated. Do I owe you 2 songs? Bollywood for the first one. What about your second one? I did do football? Okay. 82 watching. Give RJ some likes. Let's go, fellas. Are you not entertained? Do you not like my take on the Cleveland-Pittsburgh, whatever you want to call it? All right, we're going to go Thor's Hammer here. Skid it. Only 27. Wow. They really don't like me. Oh, and to make things, I know that I shouldn't make light of this situation. My fantasy football team, for one of my, or was it both teams? No, for one of my teams, I picked the Pittsburgh defense because, you know, Baker Mayfield and Odell Beckham and all them haven't exactly been that good. That got me 1 point in fantasy. And I also had Connor. So he got hurt like in the first or second quarter. All right, stay out of the sand, please. That wasn't horrible. I was a little scared when we bounced to the right of the rough, but I'll take that. Oh, Colt, I'm so sorry, man. What's going on, Tiger is Helen? MC Dilson, I would like to say I stream for fun, but I appreciate the donations that people make. I would never want to not acknowledge someone that that donated to my stream, whether it was through membership or through a donation or whatever it was. So, you know, that's kind of a awkward question, but I want to answer it honestly. And as far as my taste in music, I can't play the Stones for copyright music. And there's a reason that music that doesn't have a copyright law on it doesn't have the copyright. So I try to pick the best with what I have. What kind of music do you listen to? But Colt, I meant to talk to you a little bit more about that. I know how you feel. I get panic attacks standing in line with crowds. I have a problem with traffic lights, unless I'm like 1 or 2 lights away from home. And I have a problem with lines in stores, the deli. It was funny. It was funny because I was working with my therapist. I hate to say funny. Funny is a poor word, but when I say it, you're going to laugh. All you guys are going to laugh. So we were talking about triggers, and God, I hate that word. I'm triggered. But we're talking about the deli, you know, because I'm trying to get over it. I'd like to get lunch meat like everyone else. We're talking about traffic lights. And like in the middle of it, I just had this epiphany. I'm like, so basically, I've got to the point in my life with my anxiety where I'm afraid of traffic lights and delis. And you know, my therapist wanted to laugh, but, you know, they can't, you know, because what if I wouldn't be offended by it. You know, I was trying to be a little funny, but yeah, you know, it finally got to the point where traffic lights and delis are literal things that I avoid in life. And, you know, I never had this as a kid when I was younger. When I was younger, I used to walk the railroad tracks long distances. 9 minimum. There's so much I could say. 5 and a little bit more than 5. Not much. Judley, what's going on? Guns N' Roses, baby. That's right. That's who I would play over the Stones. Don't get me wrong. Stones got some great tunes. But Guns N' Roses, I'm a big-time fanboy. Let's see. Did we ever get... What's up, Jared A? Awesome to see you, bro. Timmy Carroll, what's... yeah, definitely a bad feeling. KB Chef, what's up, bro? Good to see you as well. Stooges or Stones, says John Hayden. Mike Trubicki, what's going on? I'm glad I scrolled back up. I didn't see if MC Dillison said anything in reply to that. Maybe there was just nothing to reply to. I avoid my ex-wife. Well, yeah, but see, that's normal. Wait till you... hopefully you never get to the point where you're like, is there going to be a deli there? I can't go then. Ah, okay. Okay. Let's see, what are we going to? Hole 8? I did not study my notes, and I should have. Okay, I like to play this conservatively. I already have a way to play this, so I'm good to go on that. We do take the extra, or it don't need to be the extra mile. It could be the Apocalypse and the Sniper. And thanks to Mile High Mark, I'm using Kingmakers. No deli. Mark, yeah. You know, we have like a rash of traffic lights in some areas. Sometimes, like, you could not get your car to 15 miles per hour before the next traffic light. It's that bad, which means you'll have people at the first traffic light, then you'll have people at the second traffic light that refuse to, like, stop at the intersection when they clearly see that the line's going anywhere. So then they block traffic from the freeway on-ramp of people trying to come on. And then there's a third one, and sometimes the line goes all the way back. And it's just like, if only drivers weren't idiots. Because then the crossing traffic does the same thing. They're like, we just sat through 2 lights because this idiot line, you know, blocked us, so now we're going to block you. And it's just a pain in the tookish. $7.2. Five rings seems fresh. Little under. I'm okay. Great left. Great right would have scared me. Or great right. Great left would have scared me a little more. If we, it looks like we're heading for the rough. Okay, cool. We came in. We didn't have to worry about going through it. Hey, take care, Kulu. Yes. What's going on, Governor? Oh, you're just asking questions? No problem. No problem. Yeah, there's nothing you can do with copyright issue music. You know, and as far as doing it for the money, go back and watch as many streams as you want, because I think there's ads on it. And I think I get like 1/10 of a penny every time you watch an ad. But in reality, most streamers that are out there, if not all streamers, can go weeks without getting a donation, or maybe they'll get one $5 donation or one $10 donation. And if you do that for a living and you're making $5 a day or $10 a day, you know, let's just say I think it's safe to say that I don't think anyone is doing it for the money. I think people are doing it because they love it. They love the crowd. Now, if I became the next PewDiePie, by all means. And that would be awesome if that was my ultimate goal, was to become like a PewDiePie type guy. I want to grow my channel. That I'm guilty of, but this, if anything, money is in videos. Oops. Money is in videos. If you can get a video to hit, I don't know, 50,000 to 100,000 views, you're doing all right. How you feeling?
Horrible.
Yeah. I told them. They know.
Oh God.
Yeah, it was rough. I'm glad you weren't downstairs. Your brother's
went to
pretty
sleep.
messed up.
I went to sleep.
Good.
I had a whole headache. I went to sleep.
Yeah, it's hard. The
Get
first
off the chair.
the first dog I ever had, I was a little older than you when they had to put him to sleep, and it hurt.
Get away. Get down.
Francisco Jimenez, what's going on? Good to see you. Gordon Harworth, what's going on? Good to see you as well. Baby shark, do 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 do.
Don't touch anything.
Hey, buddy. Are we on TV?
Say hi.
You're on TV. Say hi. Oh, the hand opened for a split second. Say hi.
Say bye. Say bye.
What's his real name? I always call
Jaden.
him Jaden. I always call him Murphy.
Well, everybody calls him Murphy. Grandpa said that's his real name.
Say hi. Look, you're on TV. All these people are talking to you.
Oh, look, there's his favorite song. Baby.
And
shark,
here, let's read what Robert says. Robert says, "Baby shark, do 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 do
Baby shark. Where's your head?
do 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 do.
Where's your head?
Baby shark,
He's like, where's your head?
Grandpa shark, do do do."
That's your nose.
High five.
Where's your mouth?
Yeah, that's my man.
Head. Phone trash can.
Can you say hi, Wyatt? Hi, Wyatt.
Say hi, Wyatt.
Say hi, Wyatt. He's like, I ain't saying nothing I don't want to say, and you can't make me, because you're not my dad. I'm like, okay. He's spending the night tonight.
Yay.
Are you going to do my floors with Murphy's oil? That's your oil.
What are you looking at?
It is really bright here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is there anything you'd like to say to the people at home? Anything you say, if you talk in there, they can hear you on TV.
Don't touch you. We don't touch.
Go ahead. What do you want to say? They can't hear when you point your finger. Yep, they hear you tapping. Say hi. 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 Yep. Here, let's get this out of the way. You see yourself on TV right there? Look, you're on TV. That's you.
Oh, you're heavy, dude.
Let me see if I can blow this up for him real quick. Yeah, webcam.
Vacuum? Is
There
that
we
the vacuum
go.
cleaner?
Who is that?
Is that Jaden? Is that
Who is that? Who is that cutie?
I say
look here.
Jaden.
Hey, look, who is that? Is that you on TV?
Get off my dog, my child
Hey,
feet.
Jaden.
Get off my
Jaden.
butt, Aki.
Jaden, look, that's you on TV. I can't get him to look at the... There you go. Who is that? That's you. You're on TV. Oh, and Aki wants to be on TV.
It's so Aki, Waki, Saki. With the Waki, Waki, Saki.
One dysfunctional family.
Oh, yeah, we sure are. Hey.
Let me minimize
hey,
that back
get
down.
Get down.
I think that looks about right. Am I too big?
Yeah.
Let me know. All right. I know I'm too big. I mean, am I like... Yeah. What's
No,
that?
I'm his niece. Everybody says that.
That's my... Yeah, oh, that's my niece. I read it now. Yeah, that's my niece.
Say hi there, babe.
Sorry, Colt. All right. Hole 9. Hole 9.
Ugh. Where's
Okay, let's stick with what we got here.
What? Aki, don't kill this child, please. No, you're not, but...
All right, I think we're good.
He's okay. It's okay, buddy. I'll pick you back up. I'll pick you back up if you want me to.
All right. Gordon, yeah. But man, when he poops his pants, it is, whoo, smells worse than anything I could do in the bathroom. Thanks, it's sleazy. They're actually in the living room. They just kind of come down and, you know, they think it's, you know, all their favorite people that they watch and everything are YouTube. You know, they watch YouTube and stuff like that. So the fact that their uncle actually has a channel is, you know, kind of a novelty, if you want to call it that.
That's doggy.
And, you know, it was a dream of mine as well. You know, I'm kind of old to have that dream.
Hey, Aki.
Perfect. But how will it react? Like the bounce? I don't like clipping the rough.
Where you finna go? Oh.
Oh, yeah, the Chinese is here? You can just throw mine in the fridge.
Do. Ha, ha. Andale.
Yeah, Colt, thanks for asking. Alyssa's going to be up in less than 2 months.
She comes home next week. Not next week, next month.
Yeah. When Aiden comes back through, he knows the exact date. But she's doing really good.
Oh, I just talked to her the other day. We're all going to go to Disney World.
Yeah.
In March. April.
I can't believe you guys want to go to Disney. You should want to go on a cruise.
I mean, we haven't been to Disney since I was 5.
Who wants to stand outside in hot weather waiting in lines to go on little tilt-a-whirls?
Because I'm going to see my favorite Disney princess, Rapunzel.
Don't they have Disney cruises where you can get the best
of... Yeah, but that's expensive.
Oh, okay. Well, they could make up a generic costume and walk around. Who cares if it's Mickey or...
I care.
Pete.
Who is Pete?
I don't know.
Pluto?
You can't use, like, someone... You can't use, like, a real name. So you gotta say, like, Pete.
Pete Pluto?
Pete,
Mouse,
Pete the Pelican.
And then Mickey Mouse. Clubhouse. He is so interested in this green screen. Where are we at? Seattle? Miami?
Miami? Nope. Right state, though.
Florida?
Yeah, Daytona.
Oh.
Aiden, when is Alyssa gonna be up?
What?
When is Alyssa coming up?
To home!
15th? Okay. That's always good. Happy to see that.
What
Wyatt is 20 months old.
Wait.
Thanks, McDisson. Dilson? I know I'm screwing up your name. John Pottaloff, what's up, bro? How old is Murphy?
1.
1?
Aki, calm.
Yeah, you can't. You'll knock him over, buddy.
Aki, calm. Aki, calm.
Right, Colt.
Aki's like, I haven't seen a baby before.
Thanks, John Hayden. I appreciate you. 20 months. He's not close to 20 months yet. I don't. Well, people don't say 1 because you can still count in months. Now, they would be like, he's 4,076 months old.
I don't know months.
Oh.
I know ages.
1. 1's so boring. What did you do before he turned 1? He's 0.
No, before he was 0, he was 10 months.
Well, of course, yes, because 10 months comes before 12.
It was 12 months. Because that's a whole year.
Are you sure? 12 months is a whole year?
Oh, never mind. Oh, I'm not good at math. I can't see in math right now.
Yes. Do not go to school thinking that 12 months is not a year. I was being sarcastic. 12 months is a year.
that, but
I don't understand you guys. I mean, I'm a guy and I'm 42,
Jaden.
but
Jaden, stop.
I would just like to have
Stop.
first class pamperedness on a cruise ship rather than going to Disney World.
But the cruise ship was like small, and it felt weird because like when you walked, you were moving as you were walking. I had fun though.
I'm just at the point here where I wonder about certain things, and this is probably going to go really wrong, but
But at the same time, Disney has multiple things. Like, you got Universal, Disney Pixel. It's like stuff for the... What are you doing? Come on. We're going upstairs.
all things you have to wait in line for and spend big bucks on. Close.
Go eat. Come on, go eat.
We need you to throw Wyatt apart on your stream. What can we... You know what? If it's not copyrighted, I'll have a Baby Shark button. I might have to change the lyrics so it won't... Wyatt will be like, Dad, I don't like that one. Just like Crabs was ruined for you guys. No traffic light or delis in Disneyland. Being agoraphobic, I don't travel 3 miles away from my house, or haven't in I don't know how many years. So I couldn't go to Disney if I wanted to. I couldn't go on a cruise if I wanted to. But if I had a choice between the two, even though they go on a cruise like once a year, I don't know, Give me the first class pampering. I've never been first class pampered my entire life. I think that would just be an awesome experience. Back up to hole number 1. We need to somehow get more distance out of this. So we could use the thorn, but I don't know if that's meant to be. Ryan Watson, yes. If anyone's trying to get a hold of me, and I don't answer your questions, please, if you type it in caps or if you put a bunch of emojis by it, it helps me see I'm definitely not ignoring anyone. He said, RJ, did you see Tommy's video on club improvements for clubs people don't use? Not only did I see it, but most of today, when I wasn't doing the other thing, was me getting ready for my next video. These are all freaking notes for my video on whether the clubs are worth, oh my God, how many pages do I have? I was sitting here way too long. So, yes, I will have a video coming out. I'm no longer in the mood to do it. Like I said, I almost didn't stream. But I'm feeling really good right now, so I'm super happy that I did decide to stream. Let's see. 7.1. But I don't know if I'm going to work on it tonight or wait till tomorrow. Perfect shot. Go past the sand. Okay. Keep on rolling. And maybe now we can actually be in hornet range. But maybe not. My wife and I are raising 2 grandkids of our own. They're wonderful. You have a beautiful family and seem very blessed. Keep up the great play, RJ. Thanks. Catch you later. Thank you so much, Judley. I appreciate it, and I absolutely am. Rocket Man. Yeah, I 100% am blessed. You know, and that's the thing. When you deal with anxiety or you deal with other types of adversity or whatever, it's so easy to lose track of, you know, and take for granted the things you do have. And, you know, I don't live in a house. I live in a home. And it's just, you know, and I'm not the only one. All you guys in the chat, you guys are just as blessed, you know. Yeah, definitely try really hard not to take things for granted. But I am definitely more of a pessimist than an optimist. You know that guy was like, stop, stop. How did he go that much further than me? More top spin on the... Okay, so that is minimum. That's maximum. I think we're in between minimum and medium. Not 100% sure, but we're going to adjust like we are. So 8.5 would be about 3.5 for medium and 2.5 for minimum, which sounds like 3 rings to me. I'm sure I'm off by a little, but if I'm not, I could get insanely lucky. Again, that freaking roll. That time it cost me. Ryan Watson, you're the man. Thank you so much for the $2, bro. Got a question for you, though. Would you like Banana Man, Bollywood, football, Napoleon, monkey, baseball, zombies, or, sir, might I interest you in some generic crabs? I can't say Value Time anymore because Walmart gave me a cease and desist. No, not really. They don't even know I exist. Falcon is a good club to switch to. Let's see on the video I got coming out, give you guys a little sneak peek. What did I have to say about the Falcon? All right, my notes might change, but you might literally hear me read this out loud. I'm just going to give you guys a tiny little taste of the video to come by telling you I'm not done yet, but my review of the Falcon, and you can tell me if you agree or disagree after this shot. All right, come on, we need a perfect here. Great shot. Yeah, okay. Now, I have not rehearsed this in any way, Ryan Watson. I will do Napoleon right after this. All right, here we go. Falcon gets +5 accuracy and 0.3 ball guide. Both are tiny buffs. But maybe together they can work some magic. +5 accuracy doesn't equate to many fractions of a ring when adjusting, and the 0.3 ball guide doesn't compete with the Hornet or Thorn until maxed. I hope I'm wrong, but I feel meh about this one. Fun fact, Falcon only enjoys meager popularity on Tour 12, something I don't think I will see changing given its epic and unlocked late. So I kind of am hard on that one. Do you agree or disagree? Here we go. You ready?
Hold on, girl, now wait just a minute. I've got something to say. You should hear it. Oh, I'm happy to make time for your feelings, but you have to admit I already do. Let's just break it down to you and me uptown, dancing all around till the disco ball pops.
Now that song I actually like for being non-copyright. No, back up. All right, quarterback play, there it is. Let's do it. Maybe we can get a drop here. Thank you, Ryan Watson. Vid and shot don't match with you drinking or talking as your shot lands. And Hubert Parker agrees. Let's just break it down. I got a love for RJ. Thanks, Ryan. Much love to you as well, bro. Yeah, I don't know what to say, guys. On OBS, everything is working perfectly fine, but... Get in the hole. Get in the hole. Wow, why does that look like it's going to go wide? That felt so good. See, even he said it. Ah, I messed something up. It's Deadpool. What's going on, buddy? Okay, so wait. Once, there we go. We got something. Once the Falcon is maxed, it may compete. But up until there, I do agree. Doesn't hold a candle to the Thorn or Hornet. And that's exactly what I'm saying, bud. What is it again? Is it a long iron? Because I didn't write those down. Is the Falcon... If the Falcon is a long iron... or is it a short iron? I think it's a short iron. Is it a short iron or a long iron? No, well, if it doesn't compete with those are short irons. Okay, so, like, what does compete mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, when the problem with the Falcon, and, you know, I'm also kind of giving you guys spoilers here as well with the video coming up, but the problem with many of these clubs is the fact that they're epic. I've been playing the game for 2 years, and my average epic club is level 5. Level 4 or level 5. So by the time you get these maxed, all your other clubs you're going to have maxed as well, and that probably still isn't going to be your best choice. And I don't like hybrid clubs like the Hammerhead, although I'm not giving away what I said on the Hammerhead, because... if you do almost as good as a job as the Sniper and almost as good as a job as the Guardian and almost as good as a job as the Cataclysm, well, if I can carry 3 bags, I don't need a club for one size fits all and worry about being a little short on backspin or being a little short on topspin or, you know, what, or being a little short on ball guide. I can have 4 or 5 golf bags. I just won't pack it. And there's very few clubs that they actually upgraded that, you know, weren't epic. And it just takes forever to get epic clubs upgraded to max. And rightfully so, but, you know, if there's common cards or rare cards in the same category that could be better, then it just kind of takes some of the fun out of it, because, you know, what was the other example? God, what am I trying to think of here? I think it was the Grizzly, but I'm not certain. Although I'm saying all this negative stuff, let it be said, or let it be on the record, that overall, I did give the upgrade a good review. It was honest, but I'm not hard on a lot of these clubs. But I don't see any life-changing, you know, I don't know, maybe the lower level of players on certain clubs. Okay, God, you guys aren't going to have any reason to watch the video. Let's see. There we go. The lower level clubs, yeah, maybe, you know. But when it comes to like the wedges and, you know, a lot of these clubs they made a difference on, if you already have a level 7 Endbringer or a level 4 no, I'm sorry, a level 4 Endbringer or a level 7 Rapier, none of these changes are going to change anything, you know? Is this the guy I just played or something? I don't know why he's crying. What's up, Carlos Ventura? Good to see you. Yeah, and see, that's a great point too, Gordon. You're getting everything out of me today. But it can't be compared to the B-52 or the Goliath because it doesn't have the distance of it. It can't be compared to the Saturn. Well, maybe it was the Saturn that it could be compared to. But there was something... Oh, God. All this work I put in and I'm just giving it out before the video comes. Hammerhead, Grizzly... The lack of power makes this the second weakest club, so it won't replace the Goliath or B-52. At an impressive 64 backspin, it doesn't compete with the Saturn or the new improved Grim Reaper, so I feel like it replaces the backbone, but you will have the backbone will be obsolete before the Grizzly is maxed. So, yeah, I'm just, you know... If you're excited about the new clubs, don't let me rain on your parade, you know? They're doing something. They're making some kind of change, which is awesome, you know? It's something that's more than needed. I'm just trying to get information out there that, you know, there's a positive spin on a lot of these clubs as well. At least there better be. I remember writing positive things. What did I just write, like one positive thing, and it felt like everything I wrote was positive, but I'm not done. That's just a rough draft. Okay, here's a good one. I might have to disagree with, but Shody, what's up, buddy? Dave Marcy says, "Hey, bud, the Firefly is a wedge unlocked in Tour 2 that upgrades to a 4 quick before you get the Endbringer and Rapier. I used the Firefly up until the Endbringer and didn't look back. The top spin helps early in the game." Dave, actually, I don't disagree with you, and I think what I put down in my video very closely echoes what you said. I thought I might disagree with you, but then you brought up the Endbringer and the Rapier. So there's like something needs to be done for the max players. And when I say that, I'm not... Max players are done. We're very well, I'm not max player, but you know, we're very unhappy with getting chests and getting nothing, or getting one card that matters. And I'm still hoping for a real big update from them, you know, this winter-ish sometimes or whatever. Just, I don't know. You know, I play a lot of other games. I play a lot of mobile games, and I don't want to say it feels stale, because the tournaments is a nice touch. But to stay relevant, to stay number one, I feel like they need to do something. What they need to do, I don't know. I can't write code. I can't balance clubs anywhere near as good as them. And this is the longest I've ever played a mobile game, 2 years plus. But, you know, I'm looking at Clash Royale, which I like to play. I'm looking at, well, CSR 2 doesn't do nearly the updates that Clash Royale does. Mario Kart, you know, is brand new, but I really feel like if this is Playdemic's, you know, bell cow or whatever, yeah, you don't want to over tweak it and scare people away, but you do need to introduce things to keep people interested so it doesn't feel stale or like the same old thing. Yeah, Colt. That's what I'm talking about, you know? The I don't like epic clubs because, well, not all epic clubs, but it just takes so long to get them to max. So yeah, you're like, oh, I finally got the apocalypse, but you're like, okay, you know, my extra mile is better than an APOC 1. I got upgrade cards. I got the APOC 2 after 5 months. Okay, but my extra mile 8 is still better. You know, and an APOC is a bad example because APOC 7 is obviously the most coveted driver card out there. You know what? It would be very... what do you call it? It would be very unpopular in this room for me to say, but I think it would be good for the game. We just had the buffs. Honestly, I think they need the... there's a few cards that need to be nerfed. And I know that's a big no-no. I know they tried to say that before, and people are, you know, up in arms and angry and everything else, but... you definitely need a buff or a nerf on some of these clubs to make people want to use different clubs and get variety back in the game. Make me get used to the Grim Reaper. Make me get used to the Kingfisher. You know, there's so many things. There's so many clubs out there that can just change the way that the game plays. And, you know, if you spent $20 on gems to get the APOC and now the APOC isn't the best club anymore, you're playing a game. You know, they need to make changes to stay alive and everything. I don't know. That's my thing on it. Yeah, it is a start. What's going on, Alex Spurlock? Good to see you, buddy. And it is exciting. I don't want to take anything away from them. Like I said, I'm 100% with you. You know, it's everything I wrote is not negative. It's kind of important that I get that out there and across, because you know, I'm really happy that they made the changes. Oh, they heard me. They don't like what I'm saying, and they kicked me off the server. What's up? It's JBTV. Bear, I have not found that to be true. I don't want to say... I mean, well, on Tour 2, yes, it's true. But your Tour 2 chests, you could only get so many different cards. Once you're in Tour 2, there's only, what, 14 cards, possibilities that you could get, and the extra mile opens in Tour 2. So from that standpoint, yes. But a Tour 2 chest might give you one extra mile card, as to where a Tour 7 or a Tour 10 chest might give you 8 or 12 cards. So I don't think it's worth it to go back down to 2, unless you have like an extra mile level 2 or 3. Because the higher you go up, the more cards you seem to get. Hey, what's going on, Patek? Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, Rich, that's all I'm saying is that's 100% what I'm saying. You know, don't give the game a total makeover or anything, but, you know, we need something new and fresh, because if not, someone else is going to come into the golf sphere. You know, it's not Golf Rivals. It's not that new PGA game everyone got excited over, unfortunately. But Golf Clash has been really good to us, you know. I feel like, you know, we need some kind of update or something. We need nerfs and buffs. Like every other month, nerf and buff things. Make us get used to different clubs. You know? I don't know. I just, like I said, I play a lot of Clash Royale. Oh, I didn't like that bounce. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. As soon as I saw it hugging the ground really fast, I knew that there was nothing I could do there. And I put too much topspin on. I was supposed to take a bar off at least. Yeah, that's a good question. What would I change? Yikes. Aside from nerfing and buffing clubs, you know, to make certain clubs more relevant and other clubs less relevant, it might not be a bad idea. God, I don't know. It's almost like they painted themselves into a corner a little bit. Because you really only need like 3 drivers. You really only need 3, you know, woods and things like that. Yet there's 7 cards out there. So anything you put out is either going to be repetitive or it's just not going to do the job. Like, okay, what might not anger a bunch of people would be, let's say they took the sniper out, or they made the sniper almost unusable. They made the sniper like the Horizon, or, you know, something like that, to where it was not an attractive card to use compared to another card, like let's say the Horizon. Let's say the Horizon got an awesome buff. It wasn't the same. They still keep their basic function. So the extra mile still, or not the extra mile, the sniper is still the go-to club for accuracy, but maybe it loses some ball guide. Maybe it loses most of its top spin, so, you know, you can't make her. Maybe it loses half of its top spin and half of its back spin. So, you know, there's just certain clubs that you would be forced to use another club with. Adam, your dog trainer, what's going on, buddy? Oh, it was awful, Adam. It was 100% awful. What is nerfing and buffing clubs? Nerfing is making things weaker, taking specs away from it. Buffing is making things better. Like, with what they just did, all they did was add. They didn't take away. So that would be considered a buff. Now, if a week from now they come out with another thing and they say, hey, these are the clubs we're taking away from, that will be a nerf. And I don't know. You know, maybe it could be fixed by making the courses longer or something like that. Rather than taking away, you can just say, I don't know. This is going to be god awful. So instead of taking stats away, if you start making courses that are more par 6 and par 7, but don't change the name, keep them as par, par 5s, or maybe call them a par 4 or something, and even be sneaky about it. Don't change the yardage. No, you'd have to change the yardage. And then you don't touch the Apocalypse. The Apocalypse is still an excellent club, but now all of a sudden the extra mile can go further than the Apocalypse. How the extra mile doesn't have the accuracy and the backspin and, the top. So, by doing things like that, that's another way, I guess, you can kind of improve the game a little. All right. 14 is hole 5. I did not think I would be yapping this much. I really thought I would just be a bump on a log. I'm so happy that I streamed. Okay, Jomo. I appreciate you speaking up. I appreciate you being here. Would you mind having... Damn it. All I did was touch the cord. You guys aren't going to be able to see this shot. I'll put it back ASAP. I'm on the clock now. I don't have enough time to reconnect it. Oh, are you kidding me? A lot. Okay, and I end up hitting perfect. I was going to say, in the middle of me pulling back, it did that thing again. Oh no, is this the new norm? Yes, allow. Will you stop? Yikes. Okay, technical difficulties. You picked a wonderful time to... Where is my... Are you guys hearing all these ding-da-da-ding, ding-da-da-ding? I'm not happy about that. Can we... allow? Ah, they're reconnecting me now? Don't make me bogey here. Okay, he hit the ball. There we go. I got to be very careful not to touch the cord. I don't know what's going on. It's just on, off, on, off. I thought I was going to forfeit the hole. Thank you so much, United Prodigy. That was really nice of you. Okay, where was I? I'm sorry I got... Hey, what's up, Leo? Good to see you, bro. Shane, what's up, brother? Good to see you as well. There it is. Jomo. Jomo, I don't mean to pick you out of a crowd, and you definitely don't have to answer me. Someone else in the crowd probably agrees with you, but if you'd like a chance just to have an open dialogue with me, I wouldn't mind talking with you about why I believe nerfs are needed. But I don't want to put you on the spot, and I know a lot of people, you know, just like, I have the advantage, you know. I have the microphone, so I don't want you to feel intimidated in any way, or... Because a lot of people do. You wouldn't be the only one. You'd be surprised when I play friendly. Some people say, oh, I was so nervous or whatever, and this is the first time I've seen you say something. But if you have a problem with my case, just go ahead and say something. If you don't, you know, that's fine too. Someone else can. The problem with not nerfing other clubs is while we have 8 clubs, they're not balanced very good. And when you don't have clubs balanced very good, where I need to use this club for that hole, I need to use that club for this hole, and not necessarily I need, but this is the best choice for that, and that is the best choice for this. It pigeonholes, it kind of like, it forces their hand, and really, we end up with a whole bunch of clubs that are useless, are pointless, or you end up with clubs like the quarterback and the rock, which this is going to change after the buff, but before, but before the buff, they're basically the same club. You could care less if you have a quarterback or a rock. As long as you have one, you have both. And I just think by taking away from some and giving to others, you just make it so, oh, now we have 6 clubs, and each club has like a specific duty. What's more important to me? God. What's more important to me? Is it... This is not good, guys. I don't know why this is happening, but I'm glad I'm not in the middle of a game. It could be... what that is. Yeah, I wouldn't mind a putter, but I don't think it's like 100% necessary. I don't think it'll make the game that much better. You know, Matt, this is a USB-C cord. If it's going bad, and I only got 25% on my tablet. Let's see. There's that. All right, can we get up and rolling again? Alex, okay, that's a wonderful thing for Alex. Just brought up a good point, and I'll try to address it if I can get my head back for this next. Okay, this is the Mile High Mark, which was 3 and 3 or 3.5 and 3.5. Should have probably wrote that down. We'll go 3.5 and 3.5. So you say, RJ, you bought that device you're playing on, right? No, but I get the point of what you're talking about. It was bought by the community, which I'm very grateful for. Well, they are taking processor speed back after you paid for it. Horrible idea. My 2 cents. If you look at it that way, I know exactly where you're coming from. But if you look at other games such as Clash Royale, and I know people are like, well, this isn't Clash Royale, but Clash Royale is one of the most successful games out there. People spend money on cards or coins. What did I do wrong? Oh, my God. I'm going to have to look at the replay. What was I thinking there? But anyway, it helps with the overall experience of the game rather than, oh, I have the APOC. Because eventually people are going to get sick of the game. They're going to get sick of certain things. So like I said, if it bothers people to, take away a card, you're putting Playdemic into a position where they really can never improve on the game. Because what new cards are you going to be using? You're always going to be using your Apocalypse. You're always going to be using your Sniper. It's kind of cool they did the bag thing or something like that. You got to have, change. Everything has to change and evolve and get better and get worse and things like that. Just because the APOC may no longer be the best club that you could use. Sorry, one sec. Okay. Take some, I don't want to go from one rough into another. 8. Where's my ball? Oh, okay. What's up, BR TV? Oh, God. Here we go. Are you guys ready? We have a guest. And it fits perfectly with the topic we had earlier. You guys remember my father-in-law, Mr. BRTV?
And I want to be known as himself.
Himself. Well, only half of you's on the camera.
Well, move over so the other half can get in.
Here, I'll bring the game over here. You're still right there. You can see. There you go. You like his blonde hair? It must have been painful watching that game yesterday, huh? 21-7?
We don't mind the 21-7 incident.
You're more on the incident than the... I get you. Most people are.
Because 2 weeks after After Miami kind of hurt y'all up, you got to face us again.
Yeah, I do. Or not me, but yeah, the Browns do.
Yeah, you're right. You do too. You got to face me.
A weakened Cleveland Browns. Because we don't have Myles Garrett, who's our best defensive player.
Like I said, you got to face me again. You see this?
Oh, no. That's a real hammer, too. Even though it looks like a it looks like a toy.
It's gonna be the steel mills working. And you know what? Baker Mayfield?
There you go.
No, I don't want to be that close to Baker Mayfield.
I don't like Baker Mayfield. I think he's a prima donna and he's cocky.
What, you know why I don't want to be that close to Baker Mayfield? When we put the hammer down, he's going to be hurt. See? Whoever told the Charlie Browns that you had to hit the kind of hurt like Jack Tatum of the real Oakland Raiders and George Atkins like the Destiny Oakland Raiders. Those are the two guys that knocked out NFL wide receivers like Swan.
Swan was a wide receiver?
Yep.
I thought he was a defensive back or something like that.
Nope. Darryl Stingley of the Raiders. They sent him packing and he started riding in a wheelchair.
Who was that guy that broke Bradshaw's leg?
He didn't break Bradshaw's leg. He broke Bradshaw's arm.
Ah, okay.
That was Turkey Joe Jones. They showed that little sissy incident yesterday.
Was that an actual was that a clean play, or was it like Myles Garrett, or was it like basically neither? It was a bad play that he was too rough on, but it was nothing like beating someone over the head with a helmet. Do you think he was trying to hurt him?
He was trying to hurt Bradshaw. Yep. Down here on the dog. Old Faithful. AJ forgot to take it off him.
Lynn Swan, Redskins quarterback's leg.
Redskins quarterback leg was broke by go out there by my blue truck, unhook it from the fence, and take that one. That's easier and quicker. Joe Theismann got his leg broke by New York Giants wide receiver Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah, LT Lawrence Taylor, giant guy. And then look what Colt said to you. The only thing to say about the Steelers is, at least they aren't the Browns. You agree with that, or is that not enough love?
We don't love Cleveland, and that's a sissy response saying that we ain't the Browns. We're better than the Browns.
Now, you know Colt is a former NFL player who once picked up Myles Garrett and slammed him over his head for calling him a sissy during a game.
Tell him, here I am. Here I am.
Colt, I'm not saying it. That's 100% him. And
here I am.
He's probably the only 60-year-old guy who could kick my butt that's living on this planet. So while I'm afraid of him, I'm more afraid of you, Colt.
Here I am. I'll say it nicely. I hit like my boy that was with the Steelers, Mr. 92, James Harrison. And he was a Mr. Concussion. Y'all want to see concussions? Pittsburgh got some boys that can concussion. Yeah, anytime, Cleveland.
Your quarterback is horrible, says Robert.
He might be horrible, but he's better than Baker.
How come he wasn't better than Baker yesterday? When it really counted.
And it goes like this here. We could have whooped y'all easy. You notice I got off film. Now I'm back. But I'll say this here off camera. See, I'm blending in with the water scene.
You're drowning.
No, I'm Superman. See, when I come back, I bring my Superman Emily. Oh, no. I'm sorry. I am sorry. I'm not Superman. I'm Bizarrely. Y'all think that I'm Superman, but no. I'm Bizarrely. I'm from the Legion of Doom.
Okay, well, Bear says, ask him about Tombstone Jackson. I never heard about him. Do you know who that is?
Tombstone Jackson.
You need to Google it.
No.
You can't know every player.
Tombstone Jackson.
Oklahoma Mayfield. Are you agreeing or disagreeing, Frank, that he's a prima donna? Oh,
Whoa. Hold the phone. Now, see?
No, he's not looking it up. I can verify. I only have my phone here, which is password protected. He has no phone. He's not looking it up.
About Oklahoma Mayfield. Hold the phone. Do not criticize Oklahoma, okay? Oklahoma is okay. No criticism. Do not criticize Oklahoma, okay?
He is a fan of Oklahoma. Isn't that from where Mayfield's from?
Uh-huh.
And you just said don't criticize
Don't criticize Oklahoma.
But yet Mayfield is not as good as the backup quarterback, Kyle Rudolph.
No. Mayfield went to the university that I was at. Yeah. I played at the University of Oklahoma. Half a season.
Well, one thing they didn't teach you at Oklahoma University that they would have taught you if you were at Ohio State is you need to be in frame.
No. Y'all had them goofy, humidified, brain dead Griffin boys. Archie. What the heck was the other Griffin boy? You had Archie Griffin and the other, what's his name? And the third one?
Archie Griffin.
Yeah.
From All in the Family?
No, the bums that was running backs for Ohio State.
Oh, okay. Archie Griffin. I thought I know that name.
And then they was the running backs for Ohio State. Then they went off to be, I don't know where they wound up. See, I don't have to use my brain because they wound up in Cleveland somewhere.
Frank says Oklahoma and Baylor. Go OU.
Thank you. We're better than Baylor.
Making fans and making enemies.
And here's the doozy. We had the Selman brothers that went on to play for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yes, I was on the Sooners that year. I was on the kicking unit with their youngest brother.
You were a kicker?
No.
Of course not. You were one of the guys slamming someone else.
I was on the kicking squad.
Special teams.
Suicide squad. I went down to hurt people.
Oh, so you were on defense on special teams, or did you play both ways?
I'm not on the return team because see, that's sissy-fied where you gotta wait to block for somebody. That's just like blocking for a quarterback.
You'd rather blow them up.
I'd rather hit. And when I like I said, a half a season, I got my knee popped out on a Thanksgiving game against Nebraska, and that's what ended my career.
Do you think you ended anyone's career? What the? Did I go the wrong way? I don't need to start screwing up now.
Did I end someone's career?
Yeah. You said you love the hitting on special teams.
Yeah.
Whose career did you? Well, not who. Obviously, we wouldn't know who. What happened?
I hit a quarterback coming back on the special team as a kick returner.
Quarterback?
Yeah, one of the third string quarterbacks.
Ooh. So you're just this much better than Myles Garrett, targeting a poor defenseless quarterback. Big Billy, which if you had any sense of... Put your fist up next to mine. And I'm a big guy. So this guy hitting a quarterback...
But I got the best hands in football.
Yeah, he's got me... like I said, I'm a pretty big guy, but I never thought in my life that there was someone that could take me that I would call like my father-in-law. But even just goofing around doing like belly bumps, like where you do the chest bump, I came up on him and did that. He didn't move. I bounced. I was like 3 yards back. And I'm just looking at him like Hulk Hogan would look at The Undertaker the first time they met. And he couldn't knock him down.
4. Oh, we didn't swing yet.
You got any Mean Joe Green stories?
Who, me?
Yeah, you mention him a lot.
I don't like Mean Joe Green. He's a good old boy. He just likes to sit back, relax, and say,
"Here's a Coke."
I left mine in the house. I left mine in the house up there. Tiger Woods could have hit that.
RJ, you don't have even a 10-inch hand span. Well, this doesn't do much, but I thought I had a tape measure around here. Oh, we did measure that one day. Isn't it like 9.5 or something? Well, I mean, just comparing hands is nothing, but that's the only thing that'll fit in the screen.
The little square box?
Yeah.
Like this?
Yeah. Yeah, that's, yikes.
Great shot.
I'm happy we're friends.
If this screen could talk, the tales it tell about Bill and RJ in the car as well. But the screen was cool and it never said a mumbling word.
Oh, man. Hopefully I can hit it perfect on this one. This is a tough one.
Perfect shot.
I want you to press number 5. Right there, number 5. Oh, there. You just scored a touchdown for the Cowboys. I don't want my computer thrown out the window. Thanks, Bear. That was you, Chris Koff? Sometimes I get to match up with people in the chat. Maverick.
Now y'all know. Now y'all know
Awesome.
that doesn't count.
What do you mean it don't count?
It don't count
Why wouldn't it count?
because y'all put me involved with the Cowboys.
That's not really the Cowboys. I have to tell people in the chat the same thing because we got a lot of people that don't, that don't like the Cowboys. You're not the only one.
I don't like. Hey, y'all can say you don't like the Cowboys. The Cowboys are good. You know why the Cowboys are good? They're good for nothing.
Ooh, them's fighting words. Good for nothing.
Good for nothing. They're like the Eagles.
Like the Eagles.
New England, I hope y'all destroy the Eagles this weekend. See my smile.
I was about to ask Siri, who won the last time the, whatchamacallit, the Steelers played the good-for-nothing Dallas Cowboys? I bet you that the Cowboys won. I would put a little money on that.
What, on the results of the game?
That the Steelers lost to the Cowboys, especially if they had Zeke and Dak. Even with Le'Veon Bell. That was dangerous, but that was the best I hit that ball yet.
Well, if you want to lose your money, I tell you, go Vegas.
Daniel Dierte wants to know, did you ever inflict pain at the bottom of the pile?
No.
No?
No.
So on special teams, you tackle the guy, and there's like a big pile up. Then you're on the bottom with the guy with the ball. You've never inflicted pain on him.
No.
Why not? Why
No.
or why not?
Because if you inflict pain on the guy at the bottom, you PO the other teams, and the other team will go running to their assistant coach and say, I was cheap shot by such and such. Like, see, I was number 74. And if you cheap shot a kid on the special team back in the 80s, you get yanked. I'll tell you one thing, the kid that replaced me whenever I quit, y'all would love him. That's all I have to say. Y'all would love him. Because the Seattle Seahawks did. And tell me who he was.
Who he was. So the person who, when your knee went out, this person filled your spot and went on to the NFL.
Uh-huh.
Well, they have no idea how old you are, so they can't say.
And my boy, we stay in contact every other year. He's
look at Dave Marcy. Dallas won 35-30. Actually, almost a year ago today. Over the SHITS Berg Steelers. They didn't type that. I said that.
You mean to tell me Cleveland got brothers?
Colt says, changed my mind, RJ. I love him. Anti-Cowboys and anti-Eagles. Heck, we could be friends. How do you feel about the Eagles?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I despise the Eagles.
Well, there you go. Friendship level increased by 3.
After what happened to me in 2015?
What happened to you in 2015? Oh, that was yeah, but that was a horse. That wasn't.
Where
a
do you
person.
think it happened?
That happened near Philly?
In Philly.
Oh, I didn't. I know you were in Pennsylvania. I didn't know you were by Philly.
I was in Philly.
You got a steel plate, right?
I got it when I came home.
Yeah. That's how freaking tough this guy is. They even said while he was in the hospital, most people who get kicked in the head by a horse don't survive it. Living proof. If you're special, you can survive it. I don't think I would survive it, but I have a feeling like his skull is at least twice as thick as mine. Like his hands are twice as big as mine. Okay, so 2 minus 20s. Will it be enough to get me in?
Nope.
Or no, look at that. I am in the same bracket.
It's Tiger Woods.
Dirty rat. I'm in the same bracket as myself. Are all 3 of my accounts? I'm going to play my other one offline just because I want to make room for other streamers. Is there anything you'd like to say before we go off the air?
Yeah, let's go, Tiger Woods.
Tiger, is he still golfing?
Yeah, he's still goofing.
Still goofing? What was the question again? What was the question? Steelers use thicker helmets. My other kids just showed up, and yesterday was my daughter's birthday. Can you sing to her? Absolutely, Aaron Stuckey. What's her name? We'll sing together, right, Billy?
Nah.
No?
She's a Browns fan.
Nice, Barrett. What do you mean she's a Browns fan? She might not be a Browns fan. Go Broncos. You agree with that? That's Shane.
What?
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy. It's time for
He
me
gets
to
an
go.
excuse. Come on. Happy birthday to you.
I'm old.
Happy birthday to you.
I'm still old.
Happy
birthday, dear
Carly.
Happy birthday to you.
Thanks
See,
for joining
I'm
us.
still old.
Take care, guys. See you tomorrow. What do you mean, never mind? Shout out to Lena. Lena, this is what your husband is watching. I'm a sexy guy, and I know it.